Have you ever looked at the horizon and thought, what if it doesn't curve? What if our entire planet wasn't a sphere, but a giant, perfect cube? Sounds like a script for a really weird movie, right? But let's use our imagination for a second. You wake up, and the world is square. First question, gravity. You wouldn't fly off into space, no. It would be much crazier. Forget everything you knew about gravity. It no longer pulls you just down, it pulls you to the center of mass. On our sphere, the center is right beneath us. But on a cube, it's also right in the middle. This means you could only stand normally in the center of each of the 6 faces. Take a step towards the edge. Congrats! You've started climbing an invisible mountain. The surface is flat, but your body feels the world tilting. Gravity is pulling you down and sideways, back to the center. Getting to the edge would be like conquering Everest. People living there would be real-life supermen with legs of steel. And their houses? They'd be built on an angle, defying all logic. But if a simple walk is a challenge, what happened to the oceans? All the water, every last drop, would rush to the center of each face. And there, it would form one giant, perfectly round ocean on each of the 6 sides of the world. Imagine, in the center of the face, a shining blue circle of life, and around it, an endless dry desert stretching upwards towards the edges of the world. And the air? It would do the same thing. The densest, most breathable atmosphere would only be there, over the water. The corners and edges of the cube? An icy, airless vacuum. Space, starting right on your planet. We'd have 6 separate worlds, 6 islands of life, separated by death. But could they even exist? What about the change of day and night? Let's imagine our cube spins like a kebab, on an axis passing through 2 faces. The top and bottom faces would have eternal summer or eternal winter. But the side faces, they'd be lucky. They'd have both day and night. But what a day it would be! The sun rises on one edge, lazily crosses the sky, and sets behind another. In the center, heat and tropics. At the edges, cold tundra, where the sun is just a pale ghost on the horizon. Life would thrive only in a narrow strip of paradise by the ocean. And knowing people, they would definitely want to know what's out there, beyond the edge. Travel, that's where the real adventure is. Just crossing your own face is already an achievement. And moving to another, that's for the most desperate climbers and dreamers. Civilizations would be separated for thousands of years. Maybe they wouldn't even know about each other. Or they would meet on the edges of the cube, in a neutral territory where gravity goes crazy. Can you imagine the markets there? The stories they would tell? But the biggest fear, the main myth that would be passed down through generations, what happens if you go to the very corner where 3 worlds meet? Can you fall off? No. And that's the coolest part. It's impossible to fall into space. The planet's gravity still holds you in, but at the corner, you'd be pulled in 3 directions at once. You wouldn't feel which way is down. You'd float as if in water with 3 anchors pulling you in 3 different directions. And from there, you could jump to another face. Take a step, and you smoothly fall into another world. Another step, and you're at a third. The corners aren't the end of the world. They are portals. Realizing this would change everything forever. Borders, travel, our place in the universe, and maybe it would make us look at our own boring round world and understand just how amazing it really is. What if?